In this session, we will discuss few questions from electronic circuit, and these questions are taken from various question papers of Kerala PSC exam. First question, the rectifier may also be called as option A inverters, option B converters, option C choppers, option D SMPS. Correct option is converters. So converters are a general term used for describing inverters and rectifiers. Inverters convert DC to AC, whereas rectifiers convert AC to DC. So converter is the term used for describing these type of circuits that convert DC to AC is called the inverter, and converter that convert AC to DC is called a rectifier. We classify rectifiers as linear power supply, whereas SMPS is a switched mode power supply. The main difference between SMPS and the rectifier circuit is that SMPS works on the principle of a DC to DC converter. First, the AC supply voltage is converted into high voltage DC, then using a chopper circuit, it is stepped down into fixed DC level values. Choppers are DC to DC converters. Choppers are used for converting fixed DC to variable DC supply. Correct option in this case is B, converters. Here we have a problem. A Zener voltage regulator has load requirement of 12 volt and 2 ampere. The Zener diode minimum current requirement is 0.2 ampere. The minimum voltage at input is 24 volt. What is the maximum efficiency of the circuit up to 1 decimal place? What is efficiency? Efficiency eta equal to power output by power input. Power out by power input. And the maximum efficiency will be equal to power out by power in minimum. So when input power is minimum, we will get a maximum efficiency. It is represented as a percentage. So P out by P in minimum into 100. We draw the regulator circuit using a Zener diode. It consists of a series resistor RS, that is series with the input supply, and a load resistor RL, that is parallel with the Zener voltage regulator. So output voltage is 12 volt, load requirement is 12 volt, with the load current equal to 2 ampere. So IL equal to 2 ampere and VL equal to VZ equal to, thus load voltage equal to voltage across Zener diode, that is equal to 12 volt. Therefore, the current, minimum current through Zener diode is 0.2 ampere. So IZ equal to 0.2, IZ minimum equal to 0.2 ampere. This will be 0.2 ampere. So what is total current flowing through RS? It will be sum of 2 plus this current. So IS equal to IL plus IZ, the minimum value. So IS minimum is IL plus IZ minimum. What is the value of IL? IL equal to 2 ampere plus 0.02 equal to 2.2 ampere. So this is the minimum current flowing through IS. Now supply voltage is 24 volt. So VI equal to supply voltage VI or VS equal to 24 volt. What is power input? Minimum power input is 24 into this current is 2.2 upon P out. P out is 12 into 2. 12 into 2 into 100. So the answer is 45.5%. So correct option is option A. Next question. Zener diode is used as option A, rectifier, B, inverter, C, regulator, D, isolator. The primary application of Zener diode is as voltage regulator. So to get a fixed voltage, DC voltage, we will use a regulator circuit. Ordinary diodes are used as rectifiers. We have three different types of rectifiers: half wave rectifier using a single diode, full wave rectifier circuit using center tapped transformer that uses two diodes, and a bridge rectifier that uses four diodes for rectification. The inverter is a circuit used for converting DC to AC. Okay, regulator converts variable DC to fixed DC. Next question. Temperature compensation of a 18 volt Zener diode can be achieved by connecting it in. Zener diodes are used as regulator circuits. So they are connected in reverse bias condition. After breakdown, current through Zener diode will be very large. So we need a temperature compensation circuit for Zener diodes if Zener diode voltage is more than 6 volt. Otherwise, power dissipation in resistance will produce heat in the circuit and Zener diode voltage will change accordingly. Now, if we consider a Zener diode regulator circuit, have series resistance Rs, Zener diode. For compensation, temperature compensation, we will connect an ordinary silicon diode in series with the reverse biased Zener diode. This is a silicon diode and this is the output. Now, Zener diode is having a positive temperature coefficient of voltage. That is, if voltage across Zener diode, reverse biased Zener diode is considered, it increases slightly with increase in temperature. That means it is having a positive temperature coefficient of voltage. This change is almost equal to 3 millivolt per degree Celsius. As temperature increases, voltage across Zener increases. So output voltage will increases with the increase in temperature. So temperature compensation is required for correcting this change in output voltage. If we connect a silicon diode in forward biased condition, it is having a negative temperature coefficient of voltage. That means if temperature increases, voltage across diode decreases like this. This is voltage across silicon diode. It decreases with the increase in temperature. So this decrease is of the rate -2 millivolt per degree Celsius. So as temperature increases, voltage across Zener diode increases, whereas voltage across silicon diode decreases. So almost same change in voltage occur with respect to change in temperature. So effectively output voltage will remain same. So correct option for this question is series with forward bias silicon diode. Temperature compensation can be achieved by connecting it in series with a forward biased silicon diode. Next question. The transformer utilization factor of a full wave rectifier is. Transformer utilization factor TUF equal to DC power output by AC power rating of transformer. AC power rating of transformer. So it is a measure of rectifier's efficiency to produce output DC power as compared with the power AC power available at the output of transformer. Now for half wave rectifier TUF equal to 0.287. That means only 28.7% of power available at the transformer secondary is converted as DC power. For full wave rectifier with a center tapped transformer, full wave rectifier with a center tapped transformer, TUF equal to 0.693, that is only 69.3 percentage of power that is available at the transformer secondary is converted as DC power. For bridge circuit, TUF has a maximum value, that is 0.81, that is 81 percentage of power is converted as DC power. So for different rectifiers, TUF values are, for half wave rectifier it is 0.287, for full wave rectifier it is 0.693, and for bridge rectifier it is 0.81. So correct option is option B. Next question. The phenomenon which causes reverse breakdown in Zener diode is known as. The reverse breakdown mechanism in Zener diode is known as avalanche effect. Avalanche effect is the eruption of covalent bonds of the ions in the depletion region by the collision of high energy electrons to produce a number of free electrons and holes, and these free electrons and holes constitute a large current through the diode. Hall effect is another phenomenon when we apply transversal electric and magnetic field in a, say, p-type semiconductor. If we apply current in this direction and magnetic field in this direction, magnetic field is applied in this direction, so positive charges accumulate on the lower bottom plate and negative charges accumulate on the upper plate, electrons. Negative charges or electrons. Here we have holes, positive charge. When positive and negative charges are separated in the crystal, then an electric field will be produced that is having direction. This is electric field, Hall electric field. So current I, magnetic flux density. So this electric field will be proportional to the product of current I and magnetic flux density B. This phenomenon is called the Hall effect. Avalanche effect is the correct option. When a diode is tested using an ohm meter, it indicates high resistance in both directions. The condition of diode is, when the ohm meter shows high resistance in both directions, the diode is open. If it is a leaky diode, then forward resistance low and reverse resistance will be not high value. If it is a short, shows low resistance in both forward and reverse bias condition. If it is a good diode, then it should show low resistance in forward bias and very high resistance in reverse bias condition. So correct option in this case is option A,